The king of the jungle can find himself in dangerous situations, leaving him at the mercy of kind humans. During a routine day on the safari, everything appeared as it usually did. The sun bathed the landscape in a warm glow, and the wildlife moved freely across the plains. George and Mark, two experienced guides, were moving through the terrain. The day seemed ordinary until they noticed something out of the ordinary, a lion that wasn't behaving like it should. The lion was moving slowly, and as they got closer, they saw that its abdomen was swollen, indicating that something was seriously wrong. Concerned, George and Mark decided to take a closer look, though they remained cautious. The lion appeared to be in distress, which was unusual for such a powerful animal. The guides were deeply troubled, as they had never seen a lion in this condition before. Realizing that they needed help, George contacted a local wildlife expert, known for his extensive knowledge of the savanna's animals. When the wildlife expert arrived, he was equally baffled by the lion's condition. The swelling in the lion's abdomen was significant, and it was clear that the animal was in pain. The wildlife expert decided that an ultrasound was necessary to determine the cause of the swelling. The results were shocking. There was a large, unidentified mass inside the lion's stomach. This was not something that could be ignored. The lion needed immediate medical intervention. Understanding the gravity of the situation, the wildlife expert contacted the authorities and requested the assistance of a veterinary surgeon. The situation was critical, and the lion's life was hanging in the balance. Performing surgery on a wild animal in the middle of the savannah is extremely risky, but it was the only option to save the lion. The authorities quickly responded and assured them that help was on the way. As the team prepared for the surgery, they noticed that the initial dose of sedatives given to the lion before the examination was wearing off, and the lion was getting agitated. The veterinarian decided on further sedation to calm the lion and allow the surgery to proceed safely. Once the lion was sedated, the veterinarian began the surgery. The team watched anxiously as the veterinarian made the first incision. Inside the lion's stomach, they found a large piece of undigested food. Embedded within this food was a small, shiny object, a microchip. The discovery was shocking and raised serious concerns. The guides recognized the item, drawing a resemblance to some tracking gadgets they had seized from poachers in the area earlier on. The microchip indicated that the lion had been targeted by illegal hunters. The hunters had likely placed the microchip inside the food, hoping the lion would eat it. Once ingested, the microchip would allow the hunters to track the lion's movements without the knowledge of conservationists or wildlife experts. This tactic was a new and dangerous method used by poachers, and it was clear that the lion's life had been in jeopardy because of it. The veterinarian carefully removed the microchip and the remaining food from the lion's stomach. The surgery was completed successfully, but the team knew that the lion's recovery would depend on how well it healed from the procedure. After stitching up the lion's wounds, the veterinarian and the team waited anxiously for the lion to wake up. As the lion began to regain consciousness, it was initially disoriented. The team watched as the lion slowly started to move, regaining its strength with each passing moment. Despite the trauma it had endured, the lion seemed to be recovering well. Eventually, the lion stood up and began to walk away, heading back into the wild where it belonged. The team felt a deep sense of relief knowing that the lion had survived the ordeal. However, they were also aware that the illegal hunting activities in the area posed a significant threat to the wildlife. The authorities, now informed about the hunters' tactics, promised to investigate further and bring those responsible to justice. As the sun set over the savannah, George and Mark reflected on the events of the day. In the end, the lion returned to its natural habitat, free from the threat that had endangered its life. Would you have done the same in George's shoes?